The term digital native was coined and popularized by education consultant Prinsky. Children nowadays raised in a digital media-saturated world require a media-rich learning environment to hold their attention, and Prinsky dubs these children digital natives. In contrast, those who were not born in the digital world but have, at some later point in their lives, became fascinated by or adopted many or most aspects of the new technology are called digital immigrants. In this video, we will lay out a timeline and discuss the adaptations of communication tools between digital immigrants and natives. Through concrete examples and comparison, we will see the differences in regards to methods of communication and digital application in our lives.
Changes have been rampant throughout our grandparents' generation, perhaps the biggest being in technology. Whether it was a cell phone or computer, technology has drastically changed over their lifetime. Forms of communication seem more private. Besides, it takes longer for a phone conversation than a Facebook post. Radio shows and newspapers tend to give a stronger connection to what was going on at the time, but the news traveled a lot slower. In terms of education technology, things would prove to get a lot better throughout our grandparents' generation. From blackboards to smartboards, our grandparents are now able to get education at the tips of their fingers.
In 1981, IBM was the first mainframe manufacturer to develop a PC for the first educational programs for personal computers. 25% of high schools use PCs for college and career guidance. Most of our parents were in late middle school, high school, or beginning college. Handheld mobile phones then became widely used and was one of the first mobile ways. Technology started to rise. Newspapers were still heavily used for social media, but now students were relying more on television. Textbooks became lighter because now there was information transmitted through the internet and more information shown on TV. Schools rarely continued the use of chalkboards and relied heavily on dry erase.
Our generation is made up of digital natives. Technology is a large part of who we are as people. Communication has shifted from face-to-face to phone calls to mostly text or messaging apps. There are negative connotations that come from this constant connection. Worries of being obsessive over technology, privacy issues, and social media pressures have come about as issues. However, this increase in technology has opened doors our grandparents never even dreamed of. Someone from the US can Skype a family member in Australia. Classroom lessons have become much more interactive for the student with advancements such as smartboards or even audiobooks. Even though there is an increased reliance on devices and technology as a whole, methods of communication have been put on a global scale.
As you can see, differences in communication methods among digital immigrants and natives are attributable to the different technology that has been available to each generation. However, the emphasis on digital communication in the 21st century has created a necessity for digital immigrants who are not exposed to the most advanced communication methods to learn from digital natives how to utilize these technologies. Therefore, it has become common practice for young adolescents to teach their parents and grandparents how to communicate using cell phones, computers, and tablets. In this way, digital natives can learn and collaborate with digital immigrants to communicate in the most effective way possible. Digital communication has forever transformed the way we collaborate and communicate with others in such powerful and dynamic ways.
Created using Powtoon.